Hello everyone, Treecks here, welcome back to Let's Play F-Zero. Today we'll be starting the Master Mode, but we'll be doing things a little bit differently than last time. Last time was kind of a train wreck, so I've decided not to show off my first attempt anymore. I will show off my successful attempt, no matter how long that takes. Because last time was a complete disaster when it came to editing mostly. The video became way too long. I didn't want to cut it up because I have planned this weekend project to last for 5 weeks. I've already got other plans. So I won't be doing that again. When I start my Grand Prix, I will just start going. Hopefully I'll do it the first try. That will be nice. If not, I will not be showing off all of my failed attempts. That will be shifted towards a blooper video if that will happen. But I will always cut to my successful attempt, no matter how long it takes, because I'm not doing that editing hell again. Second thing, I'm also changing one of my rules to keep things authentic, to keep things natural. Me always saying I'm doing my games not practicing, also out of the window. I've practiced this week. So I am back into my groove of this game. I will be playing Fire Stingray like I promised, and I will be playing Master. If I cut, I'll say what my attempt is. If it's my first attempt, I will not cut. Let's go. Alright, if you're watching this, this is attempt number 1. I've been practicing the whole week. Not on this file though, I've been keeping a separate save file. Not to interfere with this project. But I've improved myself, I think. Master... Ah, dang it. Already starting with bumping against me, are we? But anyway, Master on the first 2 cups usually is not that much of a problem. But the King League last time, even on Expert, proved to be such a train wreck. I don't want to go through that again, so practicing has happened. Anyway, I don't foresee the Night League having any troubles, even on the highest difficulty, because when it comes to the Fire Stingray, I've already explained, he has by far the highest top speed. This is even the case on Master. It takes a while for him to get there. But these early leagues, this early league I might say, usually is easy courses. They're just long straightaways. Not too much traffic that hinders you, so this should not be a problem. As you can see, I'm already in first. I'm pretty confident I can keep that going. Traffic is usually pretty tame. I've learned to use the booster here. This is the best way to cut off the course. Yeah, I really noticed last time I played that I thought, yeah, I can get back into this game. It is a pretty hard game, definitely. But doing this unprepared was a little bit too hard, so I decided to just do the practicing in between. It's not a sacred rule, all the rules I keep to make my Let's Play channel a little bit, call it interesting. So I have decided to do a couple of those things. Never use maps, never use notes, never use guides or anything, doing it all from memory. And also just do all the games unprepared, as if I'm playing it for the first time. Of course, I cannot do this with any games I've played like 10 to 20 million times. But even then the rule applies. Ow. I can take that hit. Like I said, that first circuit is not a problem. Easy win. Even on Master. But these are not the courses I'm worried about. Even then, Dr. Stewart was really close behind me, so... Right, was it a 1? No, it's a 4. It's kind of hard to see, but the first lap I came in 4th. Looked like a 1 because of the background, it blended in a little bit. Alright, Big Blue, another course with easy turns and mostly straightaways. The trick on Master, more than any other difficulty, is to not do things like that. Ah, come on. I say I'm practicing and I do things like that. That's only the first lap, I can get back from that, I hope. Right, I was saying, Master. The trick is, get to your speed. It doesn't even matter which machine you're using. The Fire Stingray this applies the most to, but it's not the only one. technically applies to all of them. Get to your top speed and keep that top speed. Because even Master, as hard as it isn't unforgiving. If you are going at max speed, you are always faster than the CPU. So you will gain up on them. However, I've proven on expert already, and this is not really that much different. As soon as you lose your speed, as soon as you get broken from your strafe, it becomes nearly impossible to win. So the trick is, get to your speed. No matter who you are, Fire Stingray takes the longest, but if you get to your speed, it is the fastest one. But once you get to your max speed, 478 in my case, it is really hard to keep that, but if you can, you should always be at least top 3. Sounds easy enough, but that is where the difficulty comes from in Master. Getting to your top speed and staying at that top speed. Right? Ah, dang it! That's what I mean. But I luckily bumped him into the wall, so he couldn't take any advantage from my mistake. That does not mean that some other guys might pass me. Thank you for bumping into me. So I stay in first. Yeah, you can get lucky sometimes. Luck is also a thing here. Even if you do happen to make a mistake here or there, it is still possible that because of your mistakes, the computers also get forced into a mistake. This is not an unfair game when it comes to the computer players. If they get bumped, they also lose speed. Right, I'm doing a good job avoiding the traffic. Everybody I've hit so far were the ones I was trying to gain. All these lackeys I've been able to cleanly avoid, so another win. Right, Night League, you are mine. 6th place in the first lap. Yeah, it was terrible. But I got around. Managed to do it easily. Right, this is where things tend to get a little more tricky. Really looking forward to Deathwind, by the way. Deathwind's really fun with Fire Stingray. Unlike Deathwind 2, which was a disaster. But I've practiced that a little bit more now, so... Even Deathwind 2 I should have now. Right, this is where the track gets a little bit more narrow in comparison to the previous courses. And there's a lot more turns. Go away, Falcon. Oh, thank you. Let's keep my speed up. Because of all the turns in this course, it is pretty much impossible to keep the 478, the Fire Stingray's maximum, but I can get close to that. If I take my turns properly, not like that, but it could have been worse. I didn't drop below 400, so once you go below 400, then you're usually in trouble. I think around 400, 400, 410, 420, that is supposed to be the speed of the computer players. And you can always use your boosters to gain up on them if they get too far away. And if I'm in first place, I just tend to use it on the biggest straightaway in the course. It's usually the finish stretch. Definitely in this case. I don't really think there's a better place to use your boosters here. I usually just save them right after the turn. Ah, come on. It was not necessary. Well, apparently they still don't get me. Oh, that was also unnecessary, but I can booster. So I can remedy that. Right, good turn. Really try to stay away from the edges. Even if you don't bump into the wall, just scraping the edges will also take away a little bit of your speed. The shield I'm not really too worried about in these early courses. Rarely happens that you run out of shield here. Go away. Thank you. Oh, these guys always scare me, especially if you meet them in the turns. And they're really annoying. Well, I'm doing really good so far. Oh, me and my big mouth again. No check mark? Oh. Fire Stingray is better than I thought. Apparently my... oh, there they come. They are close behind me. Go away! Man, the traffic. Oh, Stuart. There's another one coming. Oh, we need to make sure I keep at least third. Ah. As long as Pico doesn't gain up on me. Come on, guys, get out of the way. I'm even gonna win. Alright, I'll take it. Definitely not a clean race, but they screwed up as much as I did, so... well, looking at the times, it's not really that bad of a time. Usually in my better days, I'm always around 235, 240. Right, Deathwind is fun. Unlike Deathwind 2, this one has a lot less turning, so it's mostly straightaway, so even the wind, if you just hold your D-pad to the right or to the left, depending on which direction you're going, you can usually use this as straightaways, and these boost pads really kick the Fire Stingray into high gear. Look at my speed, it went over 900 kilometers per hour when I went over it. 950 you go to. Stupid Dr. Stewart kind of screwed me out of that one. Come on! Get out of my way! It's fine for you to gain up on me, but you don't have to bump into me while doing it. There we go. Biggest plus side is this machine is way faster than everything else. If I can get to my full speed, which is easy on this course because of the easy places where you can activate your booster and the boost pads in general, especially the boost pads, they really kick my speed up. It's really easy to keep your high speed in this course. Ow, ow, ow! I have my boosters, I can always use them if they... especially now because I missed the boost pad. I'd rather have you behind me or a little bit in front of me, but definitely not beside me. That scares me the most, if your opponents start moving beside you. It usually ends up in being bumped into the wall. Right. Let's go. Final lap. I'm still in first. Doing well. Let's use a booster because I've spared all of them. I have 3 boosters left. Right, let's go. Bam! Oh, nice pass. Let's go. This is why I like high-speed racers. This just feels so good. Man, I'm kicking ass, master. I won't cheer too early. This is just the first and therefore easiest league. The difficulty in this game is not just measured in the difficulty you pick for the computer players. You also have the factor of which league you're playing, because there's definitely a difference in the first league, the second league and the third league. Ah, way too early. I'm not going to screw up on this course. Still, so far it's not even my first attempt, but it's also a no-death run so far. No retries yet. Let's see if I can keep it that way, even though Silence is definitely my worst track on the Night League. It's supposed to be. Come on, Pico! Is he behind me? Yeah, he's behind me. I don't think Pico passed me. Guess that other generic dude. Yeah. No, just also not Pico. Let's see, he's 4, the other generic guy is 3, and Falcon and Stuart are 1 and 2. So apparently Pico crashed into the wall quite a bit because of my... or not my mistake, it was his mistake because he started bumping into me. Go away. You're not even an actual racer, you're just a generic guy. Yeah, that's also something I can talk about now I think about it. There's only 4 racers in this course the player can select on. But that's not the only thing. Even for the computer players, the rule... Finally keep up with these guys and I make another mistake. Like I was saying, even the computer players only have those 4 racers. Captain Falcon, Dr. Stewart, Pico, Samurai Goro and their machines. All the other machines on the track are just generic racers. You can recognize them because they're always purple or green colored, unlike the people you lap, so to say, like the guy you see right here. If Stuart manages to get out of the way, those are always orange or blinking if they're low on energy. But there are no actual racers attached to the Falcon. We've talked about this. If any one of you bumps me into the wall one more time... Alright, you're dead, Stuart. Whenever F-Zero X happens, I'm going to kill you every single race, because in this game you cannot do that yet. F-Zero X introduces the killing other machines system. It is not in this game yet. I'm definitely going to use that game to get my revenge on everybody who annoyed me in this game. No! Dang it! Almost got a clean sweep. Final turn completely screwed me over. But I still got it. 4 wins and 1 second place. I'll take it on Master, even though it's just the first cup. Well, first attempt. I don't have to cut anything here. It's going to be a lot easier to edit this video. Man, the 38 minutes video last time. Yesterday. That was yesterday, yeah. Today's Sunday when I'm going to put this up. This video is going to be a lot shorter. Why is Falcon bumper humping me? Man, this game has issues. Yeah, the Deathwind race was awesome. High speed. And, of course, revenge for my failure with the Fire Stingray last time. He still managed to get a gold. Even though you're not really going for gold, silver and bronze in this game, but still, you're only for clearing. But I won 4 times, I got 1 second, so even if there were a ranking system, it would have been a gold. Right, this is what happens when you clear Master. You get a message. The race is over. You are an F-Zero Master. That I am. Goodbye. From Captain Falcon and the F-Zero crew. Ah, we get a personal message from Falcon. As if he were an actual person. Yeah, this is what happens. You get an overview of the final track in the cup, and then you get a message from the captain. Right, let's see what my times were in comparison to the others. The other races you see, because I did it another time, of course, because I needed to clear this cup on Expert. You can only unlock Master in any league if you beat Expert first. And apparently my race on Expert was quicker on both Big Blue and Sand Ocean. 2:37, yeah, I was a little bit slower. I was even better on Expert. Ooh, the Deathwind race was awesome. On Expert I got a 1:56. And you can compare them to the Dr. Stewart race I did on Novice. Novice, that's F-Zero X. No, it's Beginner in this game. You can see this that the machine is a lot slower. It was a very clean race on Silence, but on Master I had a complete train wreck, and I still was faster than my time with the Golden Fox. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I haven't practiced on Queen, as you can see. Might show it here. I did some practicing on all my leagues here, but I did it in a separate save file. Did not want anything to get in the way of the project, so I wanted to keep this save file clean. I just did the Expert race on the Night League beforehand, because I had to do it, because I couldn't do Master otherwise. I will do Expert on the Queen League quickly, so I can do Master for that, so I can return next week with probably a little less failure. I have more attempts to practice my gameplay in the meantime, so I can hopefully make the Queen and King League races on Master easier than they were on Standard and Expert. That would be funny. But I end up with a project where the Expert race took me way more effort than the Master race. That's what I'm aiming for. Wish me luck. See you next week. Treecks out.